Hello there, Bobo the Bitcoiner is back. Today we are going to talk a little bit about the philosophy of Bitcoin network. You know, a lot of networks are free, right? Like Google, Facebook, etc. But they steal your identity and sell it to the advertisers without you knowing. Bitcoin network has no such string attached. Anyone can use it from anywhere in the world. Satoshi Nakamoto invented it, then give it to the world to use freely. Okay? No string attached. Neither is anyone forced to use it. You find it beneficial, use it. Otherwise, don't. That's simple. You know, Bitcoin network itself has no income, right? It's a system, that's all. There's no generation of revenue. The system is designed by Satoshi Nakamoto, then give to the whole world to use free, right? Anyone, anywhere in the world, as long as you have the internet, you can connect to it and use it. Because there's no income, there isn't any what is so-called advertising budget or promotional budget. So how did Bitcoin get itself popular? Understood by people? Well, only admirer of Bitcoin ecosystem voluntarily make effort to explain Bitcoin and its fantastic working technology to the world. Most famous among them, the evangelist, is Andres Antonopoulos. By far the best advocate and most eloquent speaker of Bitcoin, followed by Max Kaiser, Raoul Paul, Ivan on Tech, box mining. All this you can see it on the YouTube, and many others, of course, including small fly like me, Bobo the Bitcoiner. Okay. A typical example recently is the Bitcoin Association of Hong Kong. You know, a major local alliance promoting crypto awareness and education. They launched the Bitcoin Tram advertisement campaign in Hong Kong, one of the world's main global financial centers. The new ads campaign composes of 3 double-decker buses, or trams, fully covered with Bitcoin logos and advertisement alongside the 20 similarly designed billboards across the city. The campaign is financed with donation from the community, a non-profit organization. Still, Bitcoin has quite a big following, simply because those who understand its super technology is convinced of its advantage towards improving the traditional financial system that is able to transfer from A to B anywhere in the world, quick and cheap, no middleman, no need to trust anyone, yet secure and transparent in its decentralized blockchain. It's hard to believe, right? Yet, It's true, after 11 years of proven track record, even not hackable. With such advantage, it is also hard not to believe, right? Once people believe it and trusted the ecosystem, then that's when people are willing to support the Bitcoin technology. However, the problem is you have to handle it with care, because you are your own bank. You need to have discipline and take care of your Bitcoin responsibly. We are so used to having the bank take care of our money, which is good and fine, provided they don't corrupt and threaten the security of our or safety of our hard-earned money. Here in Singapore, we are quite safe because our government makes sure the bank behaves within regulation. Right? But can you say the same with many banks outside Singapore? Not to mention about the banks in underdeveloped countries. Even banks in developed countries like America and Europe, with all the endless printing of money there, who knows how safe those banks are eventually. Moreover, you hear a lot about bank conducting scandalous transactions that many big banks are penalized with millions of dollars fine. You know, as long as humans manage the bank, human can manipulate the account. History has proven that for many decades already. That's why technology has to be better. It does not have or the system that it does not have to trust human. Its ecosystem trusts a machine to make the mathematical cryptographic decision. The big question is actually adoption. All right. And as in all new technology, it takes time for people to learn and get used to the new system or the new things. Just like when internet started or email started, it's also a question of not used to it in the beginning, right? Once you get the hang of it, you can't live without it anymore. Just like our mobile phone today. You see, the day will come when people get used to Bitcoin, and then it becomes a new normal. That is when the mainstream comes in, and you will find Bitcoin in big demand by then. All right. The beauty is Bitcoin is freely, our Bitcoin network is freely available to any body in the world, and no one is forced to use it. People freely interact with the Bitcoin network on their own wish. Miners are free to choose not to confirm a transaction, and any valid transaction paying a competitive fee should eventually be confirmed by an economically rational miner. The whole process is conducted voluntarily. You don't do it, someone else will do it. That's simple. Another beauty is the software. that cannot be updated automatically, even though it's an open source software. It cannot be updated automatically or at anybody's choice, as that would take away the power from the people and put it into the hands of the developers. Bitcoin belongs to humanity. Thus, it is important that proposed changes be open to public comment. In the Bitcoin ecosystem, there is this upgrade system called Bitcoin Improvement Proposal, called short form BIP. A process is the recommended way to go about suggesting changes. I will explain the BIP in a later episode. Even if an update is introduced and tested and agreed to be introduced or implemented, still nobody is forced to implement it if they choose not to, because there's no authority that can force anyone that you must follow the process. It's not a requirement. That's the beauty of Bitcoin. All right. I'll give you an example. One of the big upgrade of Bitcoin was made in August 2019, when Bitcoin introduced segregated witness, short form called SegWit. It's a software upgrade to take out the signature from each transaction and lump it into one multi-signatory that represent all the transactions within the block. So instead of one transaction, one signature, they do it before putting into the block. They take away the signature, add in a multi-signature for the whole transaction in the block, right? Then they put that into the block. In this way, they cut down the size of each transaction, since each transaction don't carry a signature anymore, right? So the byte size of that transaction or each transaction is actually reduced. In so doing, SegWit allowed one block to contain 30 to 50% more transaction into one block. That means faster transaction, right? More transaction, one block 10 minutes means you transact more and fast. You see, even when it's introduced in August 2017, not every node implements it. Bitcoin network don't force every node that they must use it. It's individual choice. Node that don't implement it don't enjoy the quicker transaction speed. That's it. They can still function as before. That's it. Even today, after 3 years, some nodes still has not implemented SegWit. For example, wallet node. They still can transfer Bitcoin, but at a old, slower speed. That's it. But I must say by now, most probably 98% of the nodes in the Bitcoin network has already implemented SegWit. Why not? It's faster, without any setback. You know? There's no such system in the world where it is given free to people to use it. People believe in it, use it. People not sure, don't use it. This is real democracy, real freedom. Okay, Bitcoin network itself does not advertise or promote. It's the evangelists themselves who willingly and voluntarily explain to the whole world what its technology really can do and why it can be a fair system to replace the existing corrupted financial system. It is good, no doubt about it, right? And you know, good things, be it a product or system, will ultimately be recognized. It's a question of time. It's a question of getting used to it. All right. I hope this session explain more things about Bitcoin. All right. Okay, so again, don't forget to like and subscribe if you are not. We will continue with new things in the next episode. So see you then. Bye bye.